Before we get started with this video, thank you to all you metal motherfuckers that stayed on for that live stream I did on Saturday with Alvin. I was only supposed to do the live stream for about an hour or so, but I was having a lot of fun, and a couple of beers later, and Alvin, Uncle Alvin joining me, we ended up doing a 5-hour long live stream, and it would have gone on longer, but YouTube basically kicked us offline. It kept disrupting the connection, and basically it was just, at that point, I just had to cut the live stream off. But for the 5 hours, you guys were there. Many of you were there from the beginning, and you guys were engaging the entire time, so thank you very much for that. But on to today's video. Shit, I can't talk today. What's up, everybody? I'm DreadfulGooz. I'm here at Murder the Mix Studios. Oof, God, I'm really off today. I'm really off today. You know, I was thinking about cutting this shit out, but I'm gonna leave it. It's the kind of day I'm having where it's just like, fuck it. Let's try it one more time. Something in my eye. What's up, everybody? I'm DreadfulGooz. I'm here at Murder the Mix Studios, and today we're gonna be covering one of the riffs from one of my songs called Know Your Place. Let's get it. God, hope you guys didn't leave after that shit intro. It's the kind of day I'm having where it's just like, you know, I'm having a good day, but it's one of those days where it's like, you know what? What comes out, comes out. Anyways, let's get on to the riff. All right, guys, so before we take a closer look at the riff from my song Know Your Place, I want to point out a few things. Although I'm playing a 7-string guitar, a 7-string guitar is not needed in order to play this riff. However, a guitar that is tuned a whole step down is a requirement in order to play this riff. Now, for you guys at home watching this, I don't know what you know, so just to highlight, the tuning is from the lowest to the highest, D, G, C, F, A, D. I'm really excited to show you guys this riff because it's actually a very fun riff to play. It's a little bit of a tongue twister or a finger twister, but it is really fun to play once you get it down. So again, I'm really excited to show you, but I'm even more excited to see the version that you guys come up with. Don't forget to send your videos in to me. Send them either through Instagram, through my Facebook, or through email. You can find my email down below. I'll link that as well. But without further ado, let's take a closer look at this riff. The riff starts off with your first finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And there's a lot of string crossing here. The next note is going to be, as I just said, it's your string crossing. So the next note is going to be with the ring finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string. The first 2 notes should sound like this. And now that exact same pattern will shift downwards 1 fret. So it will look like this. So let's practice that for a little bit, just so you can get the idea of the motion, because that's basically all it is, with a couple of little notes added in between. I'll play it at full speed, then I'll slow it down, and then I'll break it down. So again, you see it may seem a lot harder because I'm playing it so fast when I'm doing it. And again, it is a little bit of a finger twister because of the string skipping, but it's actually not that hard once you break it down. So those notes in between are basically your ring and your middle. So remember the first pattern that I told you about. It's first finger and ring finger with string skipping. Hold that position. Afterwards, it's basically just middle and then ring again. And that's literally the majority of the riff. You just have to repeat it and play it pretty fast. Now, let's complete it. The last section, if you practiced earlier on, like I said, this motion, is basically just that. That's all it is. It's just really fast. It goes. So slowly, that is even slower. And that's all there really is to it, but we're gonna break it down again from beginning to end slowly, again on the left hand, and then we're gonna switch over to this guy right over here, or your picking hand for you lefties out there who may be trying to attempt this. Can't leave my lefties out. I know there aren't that many of you out there, but I can't leave you out if you are there. So again, the riff from the beginning, very slowly. We'll do it one more time just so you can see it. I'll try to do it even slower and repeat it. Now the right hand is super, super important. If you've been following my channel or my Instagram or just been following me in general and been watching the way that I play, you'll notice that I have a very percussive and very tight and articulate right hand. It wasn't always that way. My right hand was actually my weakness. I never had a really good picking hand. And then one day somebody pointed it out and it pissed me the hell off. And I pushed myself rather than, say, you're full of shit. I acknowledged that I had a very weak picking hand. And so I woodshedded, and I actually think that I have a pretty good articulate and powerful right hand right now. And I'm actually really comfortable with my right hand picking speed now and technique. In fact, I even started to write a book on proper right hand technique and etiquette, I guess you can say. But I never got around to finishing that. So maybe that's something that I could include in a Patreon, like maybe something available for purchase for you guys. But with that said, let's get on to the right hand. Again, I always like to make sure that there is a pulse to the music. I cannot stand when people are just playing things and it sounds lifeless. I like to make sure that there's always a percussive pulse to the music. Now, with that said, let's break down the picking pattern for this riff. So if you want to think about it in the easiest way or the easiest concept, it's all alternate picking, but it's all inside alternate picking. And by inside, I mean that you're literally in between the two strings, meaning the 5th and the 6th string. So your pick, unless it has to go over, and it will have to because you'll have to play a couple of notes here on the 6th string. But for the most part, when you're string crossing, it will be inside alternate picking. You will start with a downstroke on the 5th string at the 3rd fret, and then you'll play an upstroke when you go to the 6th string. So it should look like this. Now I'll play the riff again slowly so you can see where I'm alternate picking on the 6th string, but it doesn't really deviate from that, just alternate picking down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And it looks like this. And then I'll go on to explain the accents and how to make it sound more percussive. Now again, I would never play it like that. I just wanted to highlight and illustrate the notes nice and clearly so that now I can break down how to make it sound nice and mean and percussive. Now the way we make it stand out and make it sound percussive and mean and angry is to use a combination of alternate picking as well as accenting as well as palm muting. I'll play it again real quick at full speed, and then I want to break down where to accent and where to palm mute to make it sound more aggressive. Now, the first 2 notes basically signal the beginning of the riff. And so in order to make those notes stand out more, I play them without palm muting. But very quickly, I need to be able to take that palm mute and put it right back on when I do the notes that are string crossing between the 5th and 6th string. You want to leave those open and then close it and palm mute it on the 6th string when you do that little dun 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 dun. Now sorry if you hear some extra string and spring noise. That's because I'm trying to exaggerate it so you guys can really hear and see what I'm doing. And also there's no noiseless springs in this guitar as of yet. So it tends to be a little bit noisy. But again, those notes, we want to keep them open. And then we do the dun 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 dun, bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. When you hear that bum bum, that's when you really want to start doing a heavy palm mute. And because the riff is played quickly, it adds a really mean, aggressive flavor to it. So check it out again quickly. It's such a cool riff when you get it up to speed. And again, if you do it over and over, it becomes a little bit of a finger twister. At first, it's not so bad. Second, it's not so bad. And then you keep doing it for a while. Even myself, I'm like, whoa, what the hell am I playing now? So once again, to sum up what's going on in the right hand, the notes that are string crossed, you want to keep them open and pick them hard. Like really dig in, dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it. You really want to pick them hard because that will make them stand out even more. And then when you put that aggressive palm mute on the dun-dun, it's just going to really bring it out, make it sound punchy and in your face. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I don't know, I guess I'm in a pretty good mood, maybe because I slept for once. But I'm sorry again for the botched intro. Sorry that I still got some shit in my eye. And I can't stop blinking. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, I'm really excited to see you guys and playing this riff. So make sure to send that in, whether it be through my email, again, which I'll put down below. And again, all the social media links are down below as well. My Facebook, my Instagram. Just send them in and I will comb through all of them and feature them in the next video. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow all my social media links down below. Peace.